Now at 10, the search for Jessica as hundreds show up to support her family at tonight's candlelight vigil. The search continues for the missing mother. We're live with the police chief for the very latest on the investigation.
Meanwhile, the search for a missing man in Saugatuck ends. His body pulled from a lake today. How he is being remembered. A deadly plane crash in Afghanistan. 7 people killed, 6 of them from Michigan. Tonight, a local officer is remembered for his passion and his service.
From the station with the most local news, Fox 17 News at 10 starts right now.
First on Fox, an overwhelming show of support as hundreds gather for a candlelight vigil honoring Jessica Heeringa. 25-year-old hasn't been seen for 4 days now. Police say she was possibly abducted while working at the Exxon gas station on East Sternberg in Norton Shores. As the search for Jessica intensifies, so does the investigation.
Hundreds of tips are pouring in after a composite sketch was released this afternoon, which you saw first on Fox17Online.com. Lots of new angles to this story tonight. First, that composite sketch. It's of the alleged driver of the suspicious minivan, the same vehicle spotted by a bar surveillance camera near the gas station at around the time Heeringa disappeared.
Fox 17's Anne-Marie LaFlame has been following this story every step of the way for us. She's live in Norton Shores tonight with the very latest. Anne-Marie.
Yes, good evening. We're here in front of the Exxon Mobil where Jessica Heeringa went missing 4 days ago, seemingly without a trace. Today, a big break. We had a sketch released of the man we believe was driving that silver minivan that police have been looking for. And right now I'm joined by Police Chief Daniel Shaw. Tell me how that sketch came about.
Well, the sketch was from the report of a witness that saw the van to begin with, is why we started looking for it. But we brought in a state police sketch artist to redo the sketch once again with that witness's account. When the sketch was done, the artist then turns the photo or the sketch over to the witness and asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this as far as a likeness to the person you saw? And the person said that it was a 10. It was a perfect match. That is a person that I saw driving that silver minivan.
Wow, so that's probably, very infrequent that they get it so spot on. Do you think that heightens the chances of finding this person?
I do. I think it's such a good likeness to this person. Someone's going to recognize who it is, and we have had a lot of tips. But we will take any tips. We need more. We want to make sure we get the right person.
There was a prayer vigil tonight, bringing in hundreds of people in the search for Jessica. I know you guys have just been overloaded with tips and leads since that sketch has come out and since that prayer vigil.
Yes, we have. We had a lot of tips from the people at the vigil, actually. When we were walking through the crowd talking with people, we were actually taking down tips as well.
Right, so we were just talking about possibly bringing in more crews to start handling and filing through all of these tips and leads we've been getting.
Mm-hmm. That's a possibility. We'll be talking about that tomorrow at the briefing for the task force. We'll decide if we can need to bring in some more people. We have had offers from area departments. I even received some requests or offers from the east side of the state.
Wow, so is this our strongest lead right now? People keep asking, did she really vanish without a trace? Is this van and this suspect in this composite sketch, is this our best, strongest lead to find Jessica right now?
Right now, I would say it is. We need to talk to the driver of this van. We need to find out if he saw what was going on in the store, or we got to talk to him about what happened at the store to find out if that person's involved.
Absolutely, and like we said, hundreds of people came out to this prayer vigil tonight, and it's something you can tell that is really taking a toll on the community. Check out the response at tonight's prayer vigil.
We are here because we have not given up hope.
4 days and still no sign of Jessica Heeringa. Her disappearance brought hundreds to light a candle, support family, and pray for her safe return.
For every one creep that is out there, there's 1,000 more that are doing good things for this family and to bring her home.
Tara Moore knew Jessica from stopping in the gas station. A young mother herself, Jessica's abduction has her thinking about her children.
I would want this. I would want to know everybody was out here fighting for them too.
And that's what the community did, passing out thousands of flyers with Jessica's picture alongside this sketch of the man police believe could have taken her.
You know she didn't leave. You know this wasn't her walking away. This was somebody who knew her and somebody who took her away.
Bringing in hundreds of tips and possible leads, police are now sorting through in hopes of finding the person responsible for her disappearance. Still, the shock, fears, and devastation over what has happened has this community and nearby neighborhoods living in fear.
And now at night I'm walking around scared, locking windows.
And really just an emotional day, 4 days since anyone has seen this 25-year-old mother. Family, friends are just pleading for her safe return. And I'll be back in 30 minutes with the latest on the investigation, as you just heard from the chief of police. So many leads coming in after today's vigil. Back to you guys.
Anne-Marie, I know a lot of the people at the vigil tonight probably have helped put up flyers with Jessica's picture. Are there any more plans to organize any official flyer posting parties for tomorrow? Do we know how big of an area they've been posting these flyers around?
Well, actually, there has been kind of a command center where the family is set up that's at a strip mall right next to this Exxon Mobil where Jessica went missing. And throughout the past few days when we have been here, people have just been pouring in and they've been picking up flyers. And I heard someone today say that they are posting them as far as Oceana County. They are all over West Michigan. And anyone can stop by here. And also on their Facebook page, you can print out your own flyers as well as the composite sketch. So do your own, flyering and looking for Jessica and hopefully bring her home safe.
Get the image out there. Anne-Marie, thanks for your work out there.
Our coverage on the search for Jessica continues at 10:30. We will hear from the man who called 911 the night she disappeared. We'll also get an inside look at the role of silent observer in this investigation, why every tip counts. Remember, anybody with information about Jessica Heeringa is being asked to call this number, 231-72-CRIME.